Let's go fuck.
How you doing, guys? This is JP Sarri once again coming to you with another review, and this time I have something pretty cool. Well, everything that I reviewed always tends to be very cool, because everything that I review, most of the stuff I review, I like, and I've been waiting for quite some time, and it's something that is really, you know, I'm excited for it. So yeah, forgive me if I'm not giving you a review of something that is not of my liking. To be honest, I'm very excited for what Kotobukiya is producing. You know, it's producing great quality products at a great price to start. You know, an introduction price before the pieces become rare, and then they just, you know, go sky high with the pricing. But these are great pieces, and one of my favorite sculptors, like I've always shared this, is Erick Sosa. I love what he does. I love his art, and I think he's one of the greatest sculptors, modern sculptors. And he has a lot of potential. Like, he is working on it, and he's producing a lot of beautiful stuff for Kotobukiya and for his company Prototype C. So big shout out always to Erick. I know probably you'll watch this video, because I know you like to you know, keep up with everybody. So thank you for you know, for your humbleness, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and for everybody that is watching this video. This piece, like I said, been waiting for it. It's been on talks, a lot of people. You know, it's a little controversy about, you know, if this is better than what the Bowen is. You know, well, we'll discuss that probably later on. I'm not sure if I want to discuss that in this video, because I don't want to do any disservice to Erick or to any company, or, you know, I don't think this is the purpose of this video. My purpose of this video is to review it from my point of view. Let me go to the box like I always do in my reviews. As you can see right there, it says Kotobukiya. It's always the same standard Kotobukiya box. It's Kotobukiya Collection Fine Art statue, and as you can see, has the picture of the image of the statue. And actually, this prototype is very close to what we received, so I'm very glad for that part. And as you can see right there, one side, a picture of the side, a picture of the, in this case, the portrait, very mean looking. And as you can see right there in the background, there's always some art. Actually, that's part of the art of that was in the X-Men issue number 1. That was the villain gallery. That's actually where they took that from. Another pretty much a homage to what Jim Lee did with this actually, because in reality Erick Sosa produced a lot of big stuff. It's a very reminiscence of you know, Jim Lee's style. So as you can see right there, it says sculpted by Erick Sosa, Marvel. Right here on the back, as you can see, it says Marvel Comics present the Kotobukiya Collection Juggernaut Fine Art statue. This is Juggernaut, very cool, as always in gold lettering. Japanese lettering, X-Men Danger Room Sessions. This collection has pretty much grown a lot, you know, and we're still expecting more stuff. The Wolverine coming. On the side, there's always the engraved part. I don't know if you can really see it in the with the camera, but it's right, it says Juggernaut. As always, you know, on the bottom it says Marvel, Kotobukiya information. Of course, this is not a toy, so please don't choke on it. And as you can see, it's another engraving. It says Juggernaut. And here, this is the thing. This is the number, 498 out of 1600. You know, the funny thing about this is that I have a lot of statues with that serial number. For I don't know why. Probably it's my luck or something. But I always get, for some reason, I have a few statues that are 498. Kind of weird, but you know, it seems that that's my lucky number. 1600. Very low number, so that's a good thing for those that are interested on that on low edition sizes. Actually, this is a very low number for a very important character. So if you're looking for this piece just based on that collectible value, I think you need to jump on this as soon as possible. All right, guys, a lot can be said about this piece. I really like it. It is massive. It's not as heavy. This piece is not really heavy, but as you can see, the musculature, it is impressive. It is a very impressive work of art by Erick Sosa, and as you can see right there, the colors, it has this little shine, this brightness on it. I really like it. You know, to be honest, it's very impressive. And as you can see right there on the side, you can see the musculature in his arms. You know, his big arms. You know, he has big arms, and you can see the rings in his hand and in his shoulder and his arms. I'm sorry, and it's just tremendous. And you can see that back. It's one of my favorite things about this piece is just that powerful back. You know, the design is clean. One thing that a lot of people worry about Kotobukiya pieces is that, you know, the prototype, you know, the production piece will be totally different than the prototype, that it will not match that expectation. But I can say with certainty that actually this is not the case for this piece. As you can see, they have big buns, you know. It looks fantastic. I think, you know, Eric did such a fantastic job with this sculpt. As you can see right there, the boots. A lot of people have problems with the boots, thinking that, well, they look kind of weird. I could say from the back, they look fantastic. From the side, they're not that bad, as you can see right there. From the front, they look a little cartoony. And you know what the problem with this is that there is not proper shading here in the front that will actually mark it and make it a little more serious look, or, you know, make it look more, more, you know, I don't know, visually striking. So I think that's that situation that's going on there. Because I was looking at it for a while and I was like, I'm not feeling the look of it. It felt like a, you know, like a little clownish, a little cartoony. But then I realized, man, you know, the problem is the coloring. And I'm gonna show you something that might give you an idea of what I'm talking about. All right, here I have this piece that is considered for many one of the best action figures in existence of the Juggernaut. As you can see right there, in comparison, of course it's small, but actually this action figure is very heavy. I'm a fan of Juggernaut, so I have this action figure. I'm not really an action figure collector. I have a few, the ones that I feel that are the best, and I have those. And what I like about this one is just the color is just perfect. And actually this is, of course, is by Diamond Select, but this was actually designed by Gentle Giant, and you know the Gentle Giant is producing that upcoming minibus that actually I'm looking forward to it, but also designed this. And as you can see right there, it looks, the colors are very well applied on this piece, and the boots, you can see there's some shading on it, and not just that, you can see that the bottom of the boots have this dark color. To be honest, I feel that this is something that could have been done here to make it a little better. So it has to do with the paint application, and that's less cartoony. It reminds me a lot of, you know, in this case of the video game, the Marvel vs. Capcom series, where, you know, in reality he's a big fella with big boots. So that's part of the inspiration too, and actually it's not bad. But regardless of that, I don't think it's as bad as some people might see it. I think sometimes with pieces, when you look at them from certain angles, from the camera or in video, you know, it doesn't look as right or as perfect. But look at that. You know, you can see the pectorals, the side. It's clean. The paint application is clean. I'm not gonna say it's perfect. In some cases, I can say that the lines are not as well defined, you know, as perfect as I would like them to be. But regardless of that, little styrofoam there. Regardless of that, you know, I don't think the piece suffers much. I think it was done perfectly. It was done right, and it looks fantastic. Yes, pieces suffer from some certain things. I think one thing is the pose. The pose suffers. I don't think the pose is the greatest. You know, it's hard to really find a pose. You know, yes, there's many ways you can pose something to give it some action, and, you know, and still be a little museum, but it's not bad. I don't think it's the greatest. I think still is good and it looks fantastic. Look at that face. Look at the facial. But this piece suffers the same thing that statue from Bowen suffers, and it's that he's looking down. But look at those teeth. He's looking down, and you barely can see the eye. The truth is that you're gonna have to put this piece, display it pretty much in a high shell, or in a place where it's above, where you can see the eyes. And there's something else that this piece has. This piece came very simple, came with the base, It came with a statue. And of course, there's another piece that it was the weirdest thing that I've ever seen, but hey, that's the way it came. This piece is removable. Let me take it out for you. It has a magnet, as you can see right there. Let me show you. It has a magnet right there. This is, of course, this is actually polished stone. So you have to be careful with this. The magnet is there, very powerful magnet. One thing I like about Kotobukiya, when they give you magnets, they give you powerful magnets. You put that aside, and there it is, the mean-looking, ugly face, as you can see. And like I was telling you, it's very hard to see. Let me see if I can raise this up a little bit because of the camera. It's hard to really see. Okay, you see right there, the angle of the eyes. It's a pretty good job. Actually, they did a pretty good job with the paint application there. But to be honest, I don't know why they did this. As you can see, the magnet is there. He looks like a big version, of Austin Powers mini-me. I don't know. He looks weird. Has no hair, no anything. I don't know why in the world, Maybe that was part of the idea, because maybe where they wanted to introduce this to give it the helmet to give it a little more like a like certain angle. Let me see if I can put it back in so I can show what I'm talking about. If you can see it from there, it gives you like an impression that there is more dimension. You can see the holes in there, so there's a little dimension sense on it, something that the Bowen doesn't have, because it's just just one piece. And that's cool. I can say it's cool. But the fact that they give you this and they don't give you anything to top it off, like, I don't know, like some hair, or I don't know, a different portrait. I know that a lot of people, they're going to end up doing a lot of customizing into it, and that's going to be cool. I'm not a customizer. I might get somebody else to do it for me, but, I might not. The truth is who wants to display it without the helmet? I don't know. Not me. So, to be honest, probably once in a while it's good to have that as an option. Maybe for cleanup. I don't know, take it off when you gotta clean up. Dust the statue. But other than that, I think this is it. I'm not gonna just change that. But as you can see, a lot of people always talk about great thing about the base. It's a great base, and to be honest, it's a nice base. I think when I look at the prototype, it looked much better. It has the good design, as you can see right there. Beautiful. It has like a little metal things, like springs and stuff. They're coming out. I'm trying to figure out. I think this is this is sculpted. I wasn't sure if it was metal or not, but I don't think it is. I might be wrong, but if it has that feeling, it could be. So that's a great thing. But to be honest, and I like this, as you can see right there, it has the little symbol, the Savior Institute, and he's stepping on top of it. Nice concept. The problem with this is mainly, first of all, the prototype, the paint application was better when I saw it. And I'm talking about pictures and videos. It felt much better. Here, because of course it's the production piece, it seems that the vase, yes, is good, but it is not as nicely painted and detailed as the other one. So, well, but it is not bad. It is not a bad paint. Now, the problem with this is that even though that is a nice touch to have that symbol, the thing is because of the angle that he's looking down. Probably a lot of the collectors are gonna display this on a put it above. So the truth is that you're not gonna be able to enjoy or see this. They should have done something more closer to us what they did with Magneto. I like what Magneto did. What they did with that base. I think that's a much better base. It's one of the best bases for this collection. Regardless of that, I think you have a great piece. Yes, there's some shading. Some colors might be a little more muted, mostly on the skin compared to actually what Bowen does. But regardless of that, you have a clean piece, well sculpted, very muscular, very nice. There's some shading in the clothes. That there is no round-ups. This is a much better paint job compared to other things that we have seen. And I can tell you one thing, lately. Quietly, but surely, Kotobukiya has been improving after that little fiasco that they have with the Hulk. Even though the Hulk was a great piece, a great sculpt, I think the paint application was a big miss, an opportunity for really cement the name of Kotobukiya when it comes about quality. They fail on that, but they have improved. I don't have the side lock for the X-Force version, but I heard so many great things about it. So, you know, and I've seen a lot of great things about it on video, on photographs. So I think that it's a great piece, and this one also is coming out a good. Now, you know, after we talk about all of this, it's time for comparison. So let's see how this looks compared to other pieces.
It's unstoppable.
Alright guys, here is the first comparison pick, and I have, of course, the Kotobukiya Hulk. They look fantastic together. A lot of people were talking about that they didn't like the fact that the Juggernaut had a similar pose. That's what they said, a similar pose to Hulk. Yes, it might seem that it's similar, and it is. But you know what? It doesn't really affect anything. I don't see that it works against the piece. I think you still can do some displays with it versus battles. I don't know, like I've shown before. I think you have potential. The piece looks fantastic. They're in a good scale, both of them. They're pretty much on the same scale, so that's a plus. You display them together like that, and you have them together, or even in a versus battle, I think they complement each other well. They really do. So that's a big plus. Alright, here's another comparison pick, and I really like this. I like this Spider-Man. It reminds me a little bit of that, I forgot the name of that run, where actually was McFarlane and Liefeld. They produced, you know, they have a run between the X-Force and the Spider-Man. That was a crossover. That it was a great crossover with, you know, the Juggernaut and Spider-Man. It reminds me of that. Beautiful pieces. I will probably have, in the link in the description below, I'm gonna have a link to my photo bucket. So to my albums, I have tons of pictures and the size comparisons and all kind of pictures that I do for fun. And you can see better comparisons and maybe some other display options that you have between these pieces, like battles or some close-ups and stuff like that. So you know, if you link there and you follow me in my photo bucket, or you look at my photo bucket page, you're gonna see a lot of these pictures. So that way, you know, you can see, you know, better comparison pics. Alright guys, and here's a comparison pic with, in this case, the other two pieces of the X-Men, the Danger Room sessions. That you can see right there, we have Colossus. That is a humongous Colossus. A lot of people were saying that, you know, and to be honest, they're kind of true. I wish personally that Juggernaut was a little bit bigger compared to Colossus, but you know, it's not the case. And actually, it's not that bad because he is massive. He is massive. You know, and Colossus looks great. So they really gonna look fantastic. You know, put them against each other, pairing against each other, it's gonna be fantastic. As you can see right there, Magneto, he looks fantastic. Really looking forward to this collection to keep growing, and really looking forward to the Brown Wolverine. I still need to add many of the pieces of this collection, like Psylocke and Cyclops and Gambit. But you know, all in due time, you know, and you know, I will have those displays with me eventually. So you know, as you can see right here, I think this is a great piece. It's a great piece, and as you can see, that it looks fantastic with the collection. All right, now we're gonna talk about something that a lot of people are really interested to see, and this is how well this piece compares with Bowen. How well this piece is displayed with Bowen. And here you have two different, I would say, maybe eras of Bowen design. This is a more classic side. On this side you have you know, the Juggernaut, the action Juggernaut, and this represents pretty much what was done a few years ago. And here you have something that is more recent, And this is the new size, pretty much what Bowen has been producing, the bigger size pieces. As you can see, that Hulk is massive. He's the tallest 1/6 scale statue that I have in my collection. It is the biggest. It's bigger than any other Bowen, any other Hulk, and I have a bunch of Hulks. And any Kotobukiya piece. It is really massive, and it really displays well with both companies. I love it the way it is. And the only thing, the difference between that and when you display them with that Juggernaut, even though Juggernaut is a little shorter than Hulk always in the comics, they're pretty much almost the same size, the same height. So it is not really as well. So, many of the older Bowens were smaller, so that is really a good piece for that. But regardless of the size, to be honest, they're not that separate from each other. They're pretty much almost at the same height. Yes, the Kotobukiya has a little more musculature, it's a little wider, a little bigger, and and the chest and the back and the legs. But the difference is not that big. So in reality, as you can see, it really displays well. If you have, for some reason, you don't own that Bowen and you are looking to get something that is cheaper, they still displays well with your Bowen collection. You still have a winner on this piece for a really good price. For a fraction, in this case, almost for pretty much half of the price of the other one, because that's the cheapest you can find. The other one is almost $400, and this one is like two something. So honestly, you still have a winner. So regardless of what your choice is, I think you still have a great piece. Alright guys, I know that a lot of you would like to hear my comments about, or my thoughts about, which one I think is the best Juggernaut statue between Kotobukiya and Bowen. But I'm going to reserve that judgment for a later video. Actually, I haven't reviewed the Bowen yet, and I've been planning to do it for quite a while. And probably I'm going to review that in the days to come. There's a lot of videos that I have produced that I haven't still seen the light of day. I haven't edited those videos. I have a lot of statues that I haven't done that, and I want to just work on that little by little. But be patient with me. I will have that Bowen review that for that statue soon for you to see it, and probably later after that I'm gonna have a showdown video also with these two pieces, so we can really break it down and see which one is the best, just based on pretty much in facts and not just fanboyism, and personal likes or dislikes, mostly about what the facts are there. So we'll discuss that in a later video. But besides that point, I think the most important thing is, like, you are here to see if this is worthy a purchase, and to be honest with you, it is. This is a perfect piece. If you're a Kotobukiya fan, I think you have a great piece. Yes, there's some things that could have been done better, but that applies to everything, to every piece from any company or any sculptor. Yes, there are some things, there's some things and some flaws, but it is not bad. The piece is very secure, it's very stable, it's not heavy, and you know what, I prefer sometimes pieces not to be that heavy, because that means that you can transport and move them around when you like to switch around, like I do. I switch around my displays a lot. So having something that is too heavy sometimes is dangerous, and the fact that you can drop it by accident and it can break easily, compared to something that is a little lighter. And I think the technology or the techniques that are used now in the statue sculpting create pieces that are more resilient to falls, and and they are lighter. So that's a great thing. So I highly recommend it. The paint application is not bad. It's not perfect by any means. Maybe some shading could have been done better, or maybe some type of gloss, especially in the boots or maybe in the skin. We could improve that. I'm sure that people like my friend Dark Spidey will just create great custom paint applications of these pieces. So I believe me, the 1600 is a very low number. The other piece, the other Bowen, is like 2500. So you're looking at a piece that is actually a lot less for a lot less of the price, and eventually will sell out, and I'm sure that it will. So please, sometimes I heard the comments, a lot of people that come into the collection and say, well, I feel bad that I didn't purchase this piece when I had the chance. Well, I've been there too, so I know the frustration. But the important thing is, when you have a chance, just take that chance. and you will not regret it. I highly recommend this piece. Highly recommend it. I think it's one great piece, and it will complement any Bowen Kotobukiya collection you have. It is fantastic. As you can see, I'm displaying this with this other Kotobukiya pieces, and it looks terrific. So thanks for watching. Again, stay tuned. I will have a official review for Statue Forum soon, so stay tuned for that. And Statue Forum, we'll have a link later on in the description below. I'm gonna have a link to that review, so you can read that review. Probably I will have, I'm planning to do a video review, a special video review following the Statue Forum format of reviewing. I will review this piece in that channel. So also I'm going to have a link to that. Please like us there again. Please follow us there. And please, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel and to Statue Forum channel. So thank you very much for taking the time. I'll see you around. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for taking the time. So enjoy your day, enjoy your afternoon and your evening. I'll see you in the next review. Thank you, my friends.
X.